idea was more like, okay, I sell I sell paintings, and I sell a good amount. I'm able to pay my bills, but that's only because the people around me know about it, and so I only get to sell like 30 paintings a month. Whereas if I was able to post my paintings on a website that people all around the world could see, and people all around the world who want to support Black businesses could see, then they could buy my paintings too. So instead of my inventory being 30 or 50 a month, I'll be selling like 300 to 500 a month. You know what I mean? And that will not only grow the Black businesses, but it'll also help the Black community. I only wanted to hire Black people. Like the people who answer the phone calls was all going to be Black. The people who are going to be doing the mailing systems, they're all going to be Black. So also bringing jobs back into the Black community, as well as like, the higher up positions, like the managers and the people in HR and stuff like that. They're all going to be Black. That's what I wanted.
Sounds different.
Huh?
That already sounds different to what the site you're saying they're trying to post.
Well,
it already sounds different.
It sounds different, but I'm afraid to say it out loud. The only reason why people would support my idea is because of, the little things that I want to be a part of it, because I actually want the Black community to go somewhere. You know what I mean? I feel like Diddy and Jay-Z, they just they know the money in the Black community and they just want it. That's the reason why they have liquor and clothing. Like, they already have so much stuff that Black people are giving them money for, and they aren't doing anything for Black people but taking our money. And when I look at the comments, there's people like, how about Diddy and Jay-Z just use that money and give loans to Black businesses so that they can step their shit up. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that I would expect Diddy and Jay-Z to do, instead of like become a monopoly off of something that the Black community could like actually expand in and grow from, because I really do think that they're like guided by white people. All their money, all their influence, like everything that they do, the reason why they haven't really done anything for the Black community is because of white influence. Like, if it was someone like LeBron starting something like this, different. He puts his money into his community. If it was someone like Colin Kaepernick starting something like this, different. He's putting his money back into his community. But to see this done by Jay-Z and Diddy, two of the biggest superstars in the Black community, and like, it's just really defeating. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like my little $2,000 that I put up to get the site made ain't shit to what Jay-Z and what's $50,000 to a motherfucker like me. The type of money they could pay to build a site, it's gonna take me 4 months. It could take them 2 weeks. All the things that I'm thinking about and trying to incorporate, they could do the same thing, and it won't bother them as much. They could still live their life. They could still go on tour. They could still do whatever they need to do and get it done. But I can't. I can't pay my rent and do this at the same time. Know that I'm competing with them. If I had some type of backing, someone that was backing me financially, that'll be different, because I'll be like, look, this is what we're up against. We have to go hard. At least I know I'll be able to eat and my bills will be paid. But if I wanted to put my all into it, it low-key just doesn't make sense to me to do that anymore. Because even if they're just talking about it, once they see the feedback, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, I'm down for this, I'm here for this. Once they see the backing that they have from the Black community to do something like this, of course they're going to go full throttle. They're going to have experts working on it. And not just one expert like me. They're going to have several experts, So, I mean, I'm going to try and sit down and think about it and see what I could do and like weigh my pros and my cons.
Give it a few days, yeah.
And
give it a few days. Think of certain ways, different routes where you can go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Call me back if you need to.
All right.
But I don't say throw it away just yet.
All right then. Thank you. I needed that because I really just freaked out. Like I was about to jump off my balcony.
Wait a second. I know you're a crier, but you don't typically call me and cry. It's usually in person.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, I'm going to think about it. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
All right, boo.
I love you. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Whew. All right. So you guys never see me like this. You guys never see me panicking or anything, because I try to put happy things and stuff on my YouTube. I like to promote, like, you know, happy things, fun things. I like to give people hope, you know? And the person I was just talking to was my sister. I put my hair on because I look crazy before, and especially since I'm crying, it's too much. I don't know where to start. You guys know I just moved to Vegas. I wanted to focus on my brand and, like, you know, what I wanted to do with myself and what I wanted to do in my future. And I come up with really good ideas, like extremely good ideas, to the point where, like, if I was born in a different situation, it wouldn't be any fair to anybody else, you know? Like, the ideas that I come up with for businesses and stuff like that are ridiculous. Like, I come up with these ideas all the time, and normally I come up with an idea, maybe like 2 years later or a year later, I'll see somebody like making really good money off of it, and I'll just be like, well, they're lucky they were able to focus on one thing and get it done. You know, whatever. There was an idea I had when I was like 18 years old, and I just didn't know where to start in order to, you know, build on the idea. So I just kind of kept it between me and my family members and like a few of my friends, and I told them about it, and I was just like, one day I'll be well off enough to focus on it. That's just not how life works. It doesn't just like, oh, one day you're able to afford something. Like, you have to work for it. So that's what I've been doing, is working my ass off to get to where I want to be, so that way when I get a really good idea, you know what? I feel like I just comforted myself right there, because yeah, when I get a really good idea, I'll be able to sponsor it. So because my ideas come so quickly, I just hope that as I get older, that my imagination doesn't die down, and like I still get those ideas, and then one day I could still build up on a different idea of whatever it may be, right? The idea that I had when I was 18 years old, told my brother and told my sister, told my mom, told a bunch of my friends. And last year, one of my friends hit me up. One of my friends that I told hit me up and was like, Amara, I just saw your idea on like this site that he follows, like about businesses and stocks and stuff like that. And he was like, I just saw somebody post your idea on a stock along with the app, like they actually generated the app for what it was that needed to be done. And he told me that it sold for $4 billion to Bank of America, and I didn't believe him. So I literally hopped in my car and I went to his office in Hollywood, and he showed me that it indeed sold for $4 billion, almost identical to my idea that I had for so many years that I wasn't able to elaborate on. I took it like a grain of salt. I was just like, well, there was no way I was going to be able to make an app that sophisticated, and there's no way that I was going to be able to know what to do in order to launch it and in order to get Bank of America's attention, because I've been trying to get in contact with someone pretty high up at one of these banks for the longest for my idea, and that's pretty much impossible unless you know the person personally, you know. Every time I come up with an idea, I'm super afraid to tell somebody, like, I have an idea, this is what it is, and that's because, you know, if you're telling somebody that's richer than you or more popular than you about an idea of yours, it's very possible that they could take your idea, or they could just kind of finesse you. Like, oh, well, I have the following, so let me have 57% of the company and you have 43 type thing. Or, like, you know what I mean? And when an idea is yours, you kind of feel really close to it. And I don't know if any of you guys have ideas like this, and you just don't want someone to take advantage of you and your idea almost like it's your baby. You don't want anybody to take advantage of it. Okay, so now we're getting to the reason why I broke down, because it's very rare that I break down like that. I didn't know what to do. Before I moved to Vegas, like September, I would want to say, like around my birthday month, so October, I came up with an idea that I could create an app or a website that would pretty much allow Black business owners to post their things, not even just business owners. Like, I wanted to create a platform similar to Amazon or eBay where I could, you know, take all the Black people that are selling their things on Amazon and eBay and put them on one site. You guys know that I care about what is going on in the Black community. And I don't have that big of a following, but I try my hardest to talk about it and to give insight and to give encouragement to the Black people in America that are going through a lot of the stuff that is going on, you know, the things that we have to deal with. You guys heard me voice my opinions about how I feel that celebrities aren't doing enough because they have so much money and they aren't doing what they can do with their money, you know, to help the Black community. My idea was to open a business that you know, hired only Black people, and I was going to be unapologetic about it, and I was going to, you know, promote it that way. I don't care if you're mad that I only want to hire Black people, because when I walk into any corporation that isn't owned by a Black person, I only see white people. Just because you guys don't say you only hire white people doesn't mean that that's not the case. And it's not fair that so many Black people are graduating from college and, you know, they're so highly educated that, and they come out from school and they can't get a job. So I kind of wanted to contribute to that. I know that Amazon has so many jobs, and I was like, I wish that I could have a factory similar to Amazon that only had Black people. I'm not saying that Amazon only hires white people, but I'm just saying I wanted to give some opportunities back to the Black community because we don't have them. I was pretty much going to take all the Black people from Amazon that are selling things on Amazon and bring them to sell it on my site. I was going to have a lower rate. You know, I was going to do everything where it'll just be like, there's no reason for me to stay on Amazon. I might as well go over, and I've already bought the domain name. I've already started building the site. I've been paying someone in India to build my site because the web developers here are really expensive. Obviously, I'm not rich. Actually, I'm probably in the hole at this point because I am in the hole at this point because I put my everything into it. I finally just took my leap of faith and did it, you know? We're creating this website that's pretty much going to be like, let me give you an example. Say you're a Black lady who makes nail polish, and you know, you can't get your nail polish into CVS or Walmart, so you just sell it locally. And you get a lot of business from, you know, the Black people on your block, and even some of the white people, which is not an issue because there are a lot of white people who want to support Black people, and they do see that there's an issue, but they know they can't do anything about it. So I do want to make that very clear that I do know that all white people aren't bad, but I'm not here for them because you guys are already privileged. You guys could already do whatever you need to do. You can get your things done whenever you need to. They're kind of handed like a silver platter. Here you go. Live life. Have a good life. So it's not that I want to leave you guys out. I just know that you guys have way more opportunities than us. Let me just say that the girl sells like 300 bottles of nail polish a month, which is a lot. That's a good amount, but you know, it's nail polish. So how much profit is she making off of it, right? I wanted that girl to be able to put her nail polish onto a website and know that the people that are coming there to patronize her are there to support her and her business, and, you know, put money back into the Black community because we really need it. I really care about things like this, right? So, like I said, I came up with this idea sometime last year, and I didn't tell anybody about it until maybe like a month ago. I told my sister. And I tell my sister my ideas first. Like if I go through our thread, and that's who I was talking to on the phone. If I go through my thread with me and my sister, and you see the ideas that I throw her, like, you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, you should be rich by now. I think my issue is my fear of telling people because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. I told my sister told me it was a good idea, but she told me it was gonna cost a lot of money to try and build something like that. And she always gives me pretty good advice, so I was like, okay, that's true. It kind of discouraged me a little bit because I'm not rich, like I said before, and I was just like, how am I gonna do this? I told Iffy Vaughn, who's also a business owner, and she's just really successful and smart. You know, so I wanted to talk to her. She's kind of like a role model to me. So she's like my second sister to me. She probably doesn't even know that, but I really look up to her. And I told her about it, and she was the one who gave me like the push that I needed. And she was just like, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. And I was like, bet. But after that happened, I started looking into things that I needed to do and get done in order to start this website. And I found this one website that allows you to work with people in like kind of like foreign countries, and you get your work done for much cheaper because obviously $100 goes much further in India than it goes here, you know, or in Pakistan than it goes here, or whatever. So I found this guy who told me that he could do the site. I wanted to get the site done for like $250, and I wanted it to be a buy and sell website and blah, blah, blah. Like I had so much stuff that needed to get done, but I didn't have a lot of money. So I was just like, I posted it. Like you make a posting and you say, this is what I need to get done, and people respond to your posting. So the guy responded to my posting and he was like, I can get this site done for you, but for one, it's not going to take 2 months. It'll probably take anywhere from 4 to 6 months. And not only that, but it's not going to cost $250. And he told me like, pretty much per month, I would have to be paying $2,000. So, we're month number 1. I've paid $2,000, and I'm not saying that he's a bad worker or he's slow or anything. It's just, he's only one person. But Iffy Yvonne, she tagged me in something today that I didn't even know that anything could break me down the way that broke the post that she just tagged me and broke me down. But, she tagged me in the post, and it was just like, she tagged me in it like 22 hours ago. But I made a post on my Instagram and on my Facebook and on my Snapchat that I'm getting off of social media. And the reason why I was getting off of social media was because I really wanted to focus on this. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm putting up all my money. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm stop being afraid, because that's the reason why I haven't gotten to where I wanted to be yet. So, here's the post. The Shade Room says, Diddy says that he and Jay-Z are working on an app to help us connect with Black-owned businesses. And then, you know how the Shade Room has a whole synopsis on the information. If you want, you could read more or whatever. So I read about it, and it was just, to me, it was bullshit. P. Diddy and Jay-Z together could take just them. I'm not talking about them and Oprah or them and Kanye or them and Beyonce even. Like, I'm not talking about just Jay-Z and Diddy. They have the type of money that could change the Black community significantly in America. And to me, I feel like they haven't done that yet, and they have no intentions on doing that, but they do see the type of money that comes out of the Black community, sort of like Michael Jordan, and they just eat off of it. They don't really give a fuck about you. They don't care about me. Most of their staff is probably going to be white. This might allow Black people to post their things on their site, but it's also going to make the investors, who are probably white as well, get a cut from the Black-owned businesses. And they're also gonna, all the people that are answering the phone calls and stuff like that are gonna eat from these Black-owned businesses. And when I saw it, I was just like, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to tell them or even voice myself or say anything. Like, there's so many things went through my mind when I first saw the post, where I was just like stressed out, and I was just sad. I was really sad because my sister told me that. She's like, you have a following. You don't have to give up your idea. And I'm like, I have a following, but I don't have Jay-Z's following. I don't have Diddy's following. There's no way I'm going to be able to get my message out past theirs. And now let me say that I'm not the first person who came out, or I'm not the first person with the idea of making a site to put Black businesses on. But Black businesses don't only have to be on one site. That little girl who's selling nail polish could be on your site and on my site. But if Diddy and Jay-Z come together to make a site like that, that's pretty much them telling us, like, nobody else is about to eat off of this. You understand? They're going to make the rates so low that, no one could compete with them. Not only that, they're going to promote the fuck out of it, where you can't even get promotion in inchwise. You know what I mean? I went through a lot of stuff in the past, like right when I saw it till now, like a lot of emotions. And one of my emotions is anger, because I'm really mad, because I feel like not only did they wipe my vision out from what I wanted it to do, and, you know, I've already started, finally, for the first time, I finally put my money where my mouth was, and I feel like I got it swept right out from underneath my feet just a couple weeks later. You know what I mean? The bank app that I was talking about at the beginning, I made a video about that and I posted it on my YouTube. But I put it on private so no one could see it. And I made the video explaining what I wanted to do and all that stuff, so that way it would have a date stamped, and it, like, you know, so my idea could just kind of be there so I could see it. And actually, when I finally got the money to put into it, I would actually do it, you know. I went back to go look for that video, and that video is nowhere to be found. Like, I can't find it anywhere. I can't find it on YouTube. And also, like, the reason why I put it on YouTube is because my laptop was going to shits. And I was like, I don't want to lose this video. So I put it on YouTube on private. I can't find that video. I don't know where the fuck it could have been. But I don't know where the fuck it would go. I checked all my different YouTube channels because I had like 4. Checked them all. Can't find the video. Right? Point blank. But that's besides the point. I just feel like Diddy and Jay-Z are here to eat our money. They're not here to help us, really. They saw a business idea and they jumped at it, but they didn't really care about the people behind it. I feel like Jay-Z recently has started coming around, and I feel like Diddy is all about his money, period. It doesn't matter who's giving it to him, where he's getting it from. He's all about his money. He don't, like, you know what I mean? But there are other ways that Jay-Z and Diddy could help our community other than pushing not only my site, but the other site that's up there out the water, you know? So I don't really know what to do. I'm open to suggestions because I'm like lost. Like I was telling my sister, like my sister said at the end of the call, like, I know that you cry sometimes, but never on the phone. Like, you never called me crying before. So she was freaking out too. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm really distraught. I just feel extremely defeated. And I don't know what to do, but I want to hear you guys' suggestions down below. I want to see what I want to hear what you guys think I should do, because like I was telling my sister, if I was able to like pay my rent, all my light bills and all my bills in general, without having to work, which I do work. That's how I'm able to pay my bills. Like, I don't work a 9 to 5, but I do work out of my house. I do hair. I make wigs. I do custom wig orders. And I sell bundles as well. On average, I'm making around the amount of money that a regular 25-year-old should be making to survive. Maybe a little less, only because I pay rent, and a lot of my mates stay with you know, family members or whatever their situation may be. I can't do that. I can't stay with a family member. I'm not gonna say I never got that luxury. It's just like unfortunate situations in my life that wouldn't allow that, you know. I don't have that type of money to just be fucking around and just fucking it off like, here, I want to do this and I know I'm gonna be competing against Jay-Z and Diddy, but here it is, like, you, whatever, we about to do this full throttle. Like, who the fuck am I to compete against Jay-Z and Diddy? So I don't really know what to do. But like I said, if I was able to like pay my rent and do all these type of things, I will go fucking hard to get this website off the ground and get it off the ground the way I want it to. I don't even want any white investors. That's how serious I was about this website. I was like, if anybody ever wanted to invest in this business, they couldn't be backed by a white person. It would have to be straight black money, because we do have people in the black community who have a lot of money. Okay, there are a lot of them all over the place. And if a few of them were able to invest into something as great as this, then I feel like it would be able to take off. But seeing P. Diddy and Jay-Z post it, it was just like pulling the rug out from underneath my feet, you know, because there's no competing with that. But I just want to hear what you guys think. Let me know down below. I don't know what I should do. I just feel really bad. I feel really sad. The amount of money that I've already put into it. If one of these celebrities put that type of money into something, it'll be like them putting $10 or $5 into it. But it's not $5 to me. You know what I mean? So I was not expecting for someone as big as them to just kind of come and monopolize. I'm gonna just make that a word if it's not one. Monopolize the market, because they're really just gonna push whoever comes in underneath them down when they could be doing something else. They can literally be doing something else with their money if they really wanted to help the black community. I just don't feel it's genuine. Talk about some real stuff. You guys have, I feel like they have so much time on their hands. They could do so much more, and they don't, and they're not. And that's just why I just don't feel I don't feel that it's genuine. So And it hurts my feelings because I really wanted something like that. Something big like that. I know there's no way I could be the only person thinking about a website and app that helps Black people sell their things, and you would have to post a picture of yourself so we know that you're Black, and your identification or social security number that's going to prove that you're African American. Or even I even went as far as to asking the guy who's making my site if there's a way that we could incorporate ancestry.com into it so we know that you're mostly African. And you submit a blood test in order to prove that you're African American in order to sell things on the site, because I really want the money to go to Black businesses. I don't care if you're an Uncle Tom Black person. I don't care if you're like a coon. As long as you're Black, I want you to be making money. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't care as long as you're Black type thing. I was like, we're just looking at all different types of things, but like I said, it's just me and the guy building the site. Diddy could probably hire 16 app developers and website designers and have that shit out in 2 months. You know what I mean? And have them all working on it. He could probably pay them $200,000 each. Like, just get it done as soon as you possibly can. So that way we can like push all these other people out the water and make sure we're at the top. And they'll be able to work with their discrepancies. If anything is going wrong with the app, they'll be able to fix it much faster. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of things like that. So I don't know. Well, I've been talking for a long time. My camera keeps cutting out because it's overheating. I don't know why, whatever. But yeah, like I said, let me know down below how you guys feel or what you guys think I should do, because I really need your guys' advice. I need more advice. Like, I got the advice from my sister. I just want to, I feel like my baby daddies are very level-headed, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. So let me know down below what you guys think I should do. Discuss with each other too, because I'm gonna be in the discussions down below. Just kind of try and help me feel better about this. Sorry about my snotty ass nose. I try not to cry too much because I hate when I see people crying on YouTube. That shit irritates me. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel down below, okay? I love y'all. I love you guys. And go out and do wonderful things in the world. Mwah.
I know that obviously it's not going to be as profitable or as good as what we talked about originally, but it's maybe something to think about.
Yeah, if I was to do something that was like you said, that was like a niche, like hair, I feel like this site that I wanted anyways was gonna have hair on it regardless, you know? So why would somebody download an app just to buy hair when they can buy hair from AliExpress, they can buy hair from, you know, anywhere.
Yeah, that market's saturated, you know. I feel like then your best bet is to do something with your image. If you have a profile, use that to your advantage with something.
But damn, there's no competing against.
You have a leg up the average person because you have a following.
Yeah, over the average person, but that's not those two people that in that post are not the average people.
Yeah, that's what that's what I'm saying for something in the future. Like I said, you can't compare to Diddy or Jay-Z. That's all.
So when I sent you the post, how did you feel? Like when I first sent you the post, how did you feel?
What I said in my head, I was just like, you know, like that. Damn.
I almost threw myself off the balcony.
I was in the middle of a workout and I stopped and I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
And I want to hurry up and finish so I can call you because you probably need console like that you're talking to your sister, so that's fine. But yeah.
Sheesh.
I knew when I saw it, I was like, well, first, like, I saw you sent a pic with an image, so I was like, is she sending a gift? I was like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At first, I thought you meant, like, you were devastated because, like, you're so exhausted or something. And your sleep schedule was messed up, but then I put the Diddy thing, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Damn, I'm really in my feelings. Like, I don't know what to do. I fucking lost. I don't know what to do right now. Like, whatever. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna make a video about it, and then I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna ask, like, my following to see how they feel about it and see what they got to say. Get some advice from, you know, my baby daddies.